So if we weren't going to talk about Milton, we would be talking right now about how to process claims from Helene and how to help these communities. I have to imagine you have a significant amount of exposure in Appalachia, no?
We do, really, from Tampa all the way up. We've got, as you saw it on your note, there are 75,000 claims. I spent Thursday and Friday in Georgia and in Tampa, kind of walking the ground, talking to members, surveying the damage. We've got mobile units spread out through the Southeast today that are serving our members. We're trying to get into Boone, North Carolina, right now, to be able to serve up there as well. And this is all hands on deck before Milton. This puts a tremendous additional pressure both on our operations, but more importantly on all of our members who are in the path of this storm. And this will be a very dangerous storm. There's no doubt about it.
Compare the number of members you have in the states that were hit by Helene, which include Florida, but largely Georgia, the Carolinas, compared with what you may face in the case of Hurricane Milton, which looks like, if it stays on its current course, is largely going to cut a swath across north central Florida.
Yeah, so I think that's probably the applicable area to look at, is that swath across. And we have a fairly sizable amount of concentration there. I think we have a manageable amount, but we've got a tremendous number, hundreds of thousands of our members who are in the path of the storm. That's the way we think about it. Tyler, is how many folks are in that path, whether they've got a homeowner situation with us, or their cars or their rental properties, really trying to make sure all of them stay safe and that we're there to respond, once the storm passes.
Wayne, one of the biggest concerns has been the cost of property insurance in the first place, which is only going to go up after this if you're not dropped from policies altogether or trying to find new ones. And then, of course, if it's flood, and that's a separate insurance policy as well that most people don't have. Are you going to be able to continue to provide coverage, and at what cost in many of these areas going forward?
Yeah, Kelly, I think, first of all, I think we need to understand that there are going to be so many underinsured or not insured at all homeowners because of the rising water claims from Helene. This will be much more of a wind event, obviously, as we come through at a Cat 5 or a Cat 4 or 3 as it hits the Florida coast. We're a membership organization. We work hard every day to serve as many of our military families as possible. We're committed to staying in these markets. We're continued to take risk in a smart way, control the amount of risk. We don't serve anywhere near as many people in Florida as I would like to today, but we're trying to be very thoughtful about serving as many as we can while we manage the risk of the association going forward. But no doubt the industry will again look at this event and ask and answer questions about how much risk they want to take and how they adjust policies and coverage. And I think the message will be that availability is going to be compromised. Prices are going to continue to rise, especially in the homeowners market.
Forgive me for not knowing this, Wayne, but give me the sort of insurance 101 lesson. A standard homeowners policy would protect against what kind of damage in a hurricane scenario, and what kind of damage would it not protect against typically?
Well, the easy things, it will not cover water damage that comes from the water rising up from the bay or the Gulf here in a Florida application, right? It's going to cover wind damage. And then depending on where you are in Florida and how you have your coverage set up, there may be a policy that doesn't include wind from hurricanes and a separate policy that would cover that. And there's layered coverage because of kind of the difficulty of that market over the years. So you could have, 3 or 4 policies on your home today: FEMA flood, excess flood, your standard homeowners insurance, and then a wind policy, on top of that. So the most important thing for homeowners is to really read and understand your coverage, and either call directly if you're dealing with someone like USAA, or call your agent if you're with someone who is an agent-based carrier, and make sure you truly understand your coverages so that when the storm hits and passes, you understand your rights and what's available to you.